before we get in the program, it's time for this week's Joke of the Week.
What is the friendliest vegetable to animals?
Friendliest vegetable to animals. There's got to be a catch here somewhere.
Well, obviously, it's a joke.
I know it's a joke, yeah. Wait.
It's a zucchini.
It's because of the zoo?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Maybe not. I don't know. Was that not the best joke?
I don't
They're all
know.
kind of, This week's garden joke is brought to you by Rescue.com. American-made rescue products keep your family home and yard protected from pest insects like wasps, hornets, yellow jackets, flies, ants, and more. Learn more at Rescue.com. That's RESCUE.com.
It's a sad truth nowadays, but it seems like anything you see online is too good to be true, and that holds true to the gardening world now. Whenever we've been doing this for, if you're new to the program, this is our we're at 9.5 years doing this, 35 weeks a year, multiple stations across the United States. And we have a responsibility to you, the listeners, to you, the viewers, that we need to make sure what we are talking about is accurate, correct, so we can give you the best information so you don't take some incorrect information, utilize it, and then find out it doesn't work. There are, and I've talked about this a couple of times, there are people in this industry that's doing what we do, telling you, helping you grow a garden, giving you wrong information. Incorrect information about blossom end rot to Epsom salt and everything in between. And they also, anyway. So AI.
But let's talk about AI because
it's a phenomenal tool if used correctly for certain applications.
Yes, it is. However, sometimes it's not the most accurate either because when you do a search, a lot of times it's picking information quickly.
The best it knows how.
Yeah, the best it knows how. So you might look up, are all tomatoes green? And it might find a few articles saying that there are green tomatoes, and it might come back and say, yes, all tomatoes are green.
There are some varieties of tomatoes that do not ripen.
Right.
Yeah.
But they're not all tomatoes.
It's giving you incorrect. Yes. It's giving you incorrect information with the information it was able to find, though that information was partially true.
So you kind of have to take it with a grain of salt.
You got to be aware of this.
You got to be aware.
This is hurting the gardening industry and especially garden centers. And we see this on our social media platforms where people will see a plant and go, I want that plant. And it's some unbelievably out of the world, doesn't exist plant. I'm able to pick it up very quickly and know that it's fake. But garden centers are getting bombarded by people bringing in screenshots going, I want to grow this plant. And they are informed that it is an AI and it doesn't exist. You want to be aware if you see something that's too good to be true, there's ways of reversing image checking on it. And there are certain people, whoever they are, if it's computer, whatever, that specifically do this to create havoc in garden groups online in certain areas where you will do a reverse image search and it's been posted like 35 times across multiple social media platforms.
Right. So let's talk about a couple things to know if it's real or not. One is there a botanical name? So if it's something like you see, I don't know, a purple rose, that might be a thing. A rainbow rose, right?
Yeah.
Is there a botanical name for that particular plant? And if there's not, you can't find anything because every seed that you buy on like a reputable seed website, it will have typically some sort of information, whether it be the botanical name or the variety. It's not going to just be like...
Oh, and also it doesn't have... on these fake sites, rare, 10 left in the world. There's 5 reviews. They're all 5 stars, and it all says, great plant, will buy again.
Right, yeah. So there's one thing is the botanical name.
Images.
Images.
The soft, blurry background that often indicates they were made by AI. It's not crisp. It's not like you would take a picture in the garden. There's a very distinct... pattern of imagery that is depicted that I can pick out, and some people can, where that is strictly 100% AI. And here's the other thing: if we're talking about AI, we see these images on social media where it's a young couple, 1954, and now it's 2025, and they're old couple. And it's like the same image, but it's just kind of morphed a little bit. And it's totally AI. And people are just sharing it like, oh, it's such a great love story. It's like they believe it's really true.
I mean, it could be a true love story, but it might not be those people.
Yeah.
Another thing is like sometimes if you're looking at something and the words under the picture or in this description don't really make sense. Like, for example, there could be a seed scam and it says resistant to poverty, as opposed to like what you would normally look for in a seed, like resistant to drought. It's clearly AI because AI is, again, grabbing
and
words.
try translating from where the original language was.
Kind of putting those words together. Whatever.
And just like the scam emails from a certain, like, let's say a bank, they change one letter and invert it from an A to an E and switch them back and forth, and you just think it's the same, and you respond to it, and then they've got all your information because they've scooped the information from you.
Right. And then another one to mention is that if they're selling seeds or plants and it says we can ship anywhere in the world, that's not true. They cannot. Sometimes you need permits.
Customs will lock that. Yeah.
Customs, whatever. And yeah, you can't. You might be able to ship now. If you might find like gardening gloves that can be shipped anywhere.
But these are plants.
Yeah, but
plants are seeds.
Yeah.
If there is not a number on the website, an email, contact us. It's got a form, it's got a 800 number, a toll-free number, or a number, or it's got a contact information, and you look it up, and it matches that website, and say, oh, it's in Randolph, Wisconsin. Oh, jungseed.com.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a legit website. I can call somebody, and somebody picks up on the other end, and this is not discriminatory, but you can understand them clear, and they're not hiding something. It's a legit website. Be aware about Amazon. Etsy, not so much. I think Etsy's a little more safer, but Amazon, anybody can put anything on there, and you're going to get sand or pieces of glass. It's be buyer beware.
Yes, definitely. So let's talk about some resources that you can use for good information. One would be your local university extension or any university extension. A lot of times when I'm looking up a solution for issues, I will search like blah, 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 university extension.
And that ends with .edu, does it not?
Yeah, but I would just, like when the search bar, I just put,
university extension, tomato blossom inrupt.
University extension. And that way it's going to give me those answers because those are funded to give you the correct answers. Those are experts that they hire. Keywords. And that way you're getting good information. Now, just because if you search something and it pulls up, your stay-at-home mom friend's blog or whatever, doesn't mean that she has bad information or she has AI or something like that. She has good search engine optimization, and then that's good for her because she's getting a lot of clicks on her website. So you want to just take this with a grain of salt. If it looks, because I know like certain search engines will put together AI results, then you want to scroll past that and then go to the actual information that is there.
And here's a better one. It was always, and I don't know if it's still the same, I'm sure it is, in the media broadcasting profession, you have to have 3 sources in order to confirm that the information you have is correct. Same thing can hold true. You can search blossom inrupt and pull up, university, pull up our information on our YouTube channel or our website, pull up another one, Joe Lampo's website. And if all 3 of them match or 2 of the 3 matches, then you go, okay, I'm going to go with the 2 out of the 3. The other one's off. It's just, totally off the rocker on that one. Doesn't make any sense. Verify. Just don't go with, oh, that's the first one. Let's go with it. And then disaster strikes in your garden and you're mad about stuff.
You're mad about your non-rainbow roses? You want all green tomatoes? Because
that website and that email doesn't exist anymore because they sold the 10 fake ones and they shut down the system and they got your information. And this was a thing a couple of years ago, and it probably still holds true, that these fake websites that selling the fake seeds or the scam seeds, you're paying with some type of electronic mechanism, credit card, debit card. You're giving them that information in order for you to get that purchase, and then now they've shut down their system because they've sold what they need, and now they've got your information to have the capabilities of
days,
hacking.
If they don't have unless it's a very small business, which you can tell, if they don't have like a PayPal, Apple Pay, third party pay,
Multiple.
Google Pay, whatever it's called.
We only accept this. We only accept
Yeah.
credit cards. That's it. Okay, well we're going to go elsewhere.
It's kind of, yeah. I mean, obviously, again, if it's like an author who's selling a book and they only accept credit cards.
You guys got to use common sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Common sense.
Yeah.
Well, also by using common sense, you can get some good deals at waltonsinc.com.
Yeah, we know you care about where your food comes from, your seeds, etc. But what about the meat? At Walton's, you can get all the equipment, seasoning, and supplies to make sausage, jerky, and any other meat product your way to your high standards. You want to make snack sticks that people will actually like? Walton's created meatjuststicks.com, an informational site to help you make the best finished product. And they have their full line of sausage stuffer, meat grinders, and more to help you go from animal to edible. You can use code GROW50, that's GROW50, to save 10% off orders of $50 or more at waltonsinc.com. Walton's, everything but the meat.